Hey, Bleedbigblue, Tim from the podcast. Just wanted to come to you guys after a hard-fought rivalry game against the Philadelphia Eagles. Yes, Giants actually put effort into the game. It was very interesting to see us actually in the game in the fourth quarter. I mean, who knew? It came down to the last play. But, you know, ultimately we lost. But that's not a bad thing. It's actually a win-win today. I'll tell you why. We showed Philadelphia, you know, what kind of team we are. And that's with so many people on the injured reserve on this team. That being said, we also pretty much clinched up that number 2 spot. I mean, I think with a loss next week, we almost guarantee the number 2 spot. You know, and that's ultimately what will be best for business going forward. It's a rough season, guys. We're getting through it. But, you know, let's look at some of the good things that are going on with this team. You know, and that brings me to the lists. The first list I'm starting off with is the usual. We start out positive here on Bleedbigblue. The list of glory. Number 1 on my list of glory. And I can't be more excited to welcome him back. He's one of my favorite Giants. Eli Manning. Welcome back to the list of glory. Where's this Eli been? I miss this Eli. This is the Eli that I know could have taken us farther in this playoffs if maybe we didn't have as many injuries as we've had. Threw for over 400 yards, 3 touchdowns, and you guys got to realize this is against a good Philadelphia defense with only Sterling Shepard, Evan Ingram, you know, and some practice squad players on our team. I think that's pretty impressive. So, you know, props to you, Eli. Welcome to the list of glory. You deserve it. Hopefully I see you back here next week. Number 2 on this list of glory, who was already mentioned, Sterling Shepard. You were showing me that you can be a number 1 wide receiver. You don't even need Odell to be on the other side, which is awesome because I really think come next year we can go 2 wide receiver sets with you on one side and Odell on the other, and could be just fine. You had 11 catches, 139 yards, a touchdown. Damn, you took a screen 67 yards. That was pretty impressive. And you know what? I want you to keep playing this way, and this is one of the keys going into next year. You're just going to get better, and you give me hope for next year. So props to you, Sterling Shepard. Welcome to the list of glory. Number 3 on the list of glory. I was going back and forth between 2 guys, but I got to give it to this guy. Tavarres King. Welcome to the list of glory. I know you didn't have that many catches, but the catches you had, you obviously made count. And you know what? You made some defenders look stupid, and you showed the talent that you have. Now, I wish you could have shown this throughout the season, but hey, you know, better late than never. And this is the kind of stuff that's going to keep you on the team come next year. So keep doing what you're doing. I loved the plays you did out there. You made that one Philadelphia Eagle look like a fool by just toasting them. So props to you, Tavarres King. Welcome to the list of glory. Now, onto the list of shame, which per usual is pretty easy coming after a loss. Granted, this loss was different. This loss almost felt like it was a win. But there's still people that could have done a lot better that probably we would have won. Especially number 1 on my list of shame. It's not just one person. It's a whole unit. The whole special teams unit, you cost us the game.
Shame.
You had a block field
Shame.
goal, a block punt, a missed extra
Shame.
point. Guess what? That would have at least kept us in the game. Or, you know, we would have won the game. It was a really horrible effort on everybody's part. There's not just one person. It's unacceptable. And Tom Quinn, who's in charge of that unit, that's not really a good look when you're going to be, you know, putting your resume out there come this offseason. So Tom Quinn and the special teams, shame on you. You're on the list of shame. Number 2 on the list of shame is somebody that me and James started talking about this morning on the show when we had a little impromptu show on Sunday mornings. And if, you know, not going off topic too much, but if you guys want to hear us do shows on Sunday mornings, let us know. Actually, we kind of like it, so hey, we'll be willing to do it, especially if there's a want. But what we discussed was number 2, JPP.
Shame. Shame.
You
Shame.
have been wanting this money for years, and we've always gone back and forth on what's gonna happen if you get your money. Are you gonna be motivated? And I wanted to say you were gonna be, and I've seen you, you know, do the work, and I was hoping you were going to be, but you know, what's showing up on the field is contradicting that. Because what do you have, 6.5 sacks this season? You haven't done you didn't do anything today. Play after play you missed. You looked horrible, period. There's not even just one play I'm talking about. Anybody that watched the game saw that you didn't play well. Obviously you didn't get a sack because you never do, and it's just unacceptable for what we're paying you. You know, JPP and really the front 4. I know Vernon had a sack, which, you know, good for Vernon, but I expect more out of everybody on that front 4. You guys aren't getting paid the money you guys are getting paid to put the stats that you put up, especially JPP. Honestly, I wouldn't even mind if they got rid of you come next year and clear up that cap, because listen, I can, you know, draft a rookie that can possibly get, you know, 7 sacks in the season. But so shame on you, JPP, not only for this game, but for the dismal season that you've had so far. You're on the list of shame. Number 3, Darian Thompson.
Shame.
Now,
Shame.
I had to bring up your name
Shame.
because, you know what, when I got on the subject of JPP, I had to start thinking about disappointments. And I saw you make and get beat on plays, you know, today. I see you miss tackles. It just, this is not the player that, you know, we were supposed to have this great combination at safety with Landon Collins and with you. Now, Landon Collins does his part, but you didn't do yours. It was kind of disgusting. And I'm getting kind of sick of you, and honestly, I think Andrew Adams should start starting over you on a regular basis. And I wouldn't, if you don't work in the offseason, especially if you don't work in the offseason, I think we should look for a replacement at free safety, because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So that's my list, guys. I just want to put some honorable mentions out there because I know you guys are going to get on me. Honorable mention for the list of glory: Evan Ingram, per usual, you were awesome. You almost made my list of glory. I had to put Tavarres King over you because he had 2 touchdown catches, but you know, your stat line was amazing. You know, 8 for 87. I think you got targeted like 13 times. You absolutely deserve to probably be on the list, but I didn't put you on the list this week. But per usual, you almost probably deserve it every week. And you know what? I want to put a little dishonorable mention as well, again, for the coaching staff. I know where your dishonorable mention, going towards list of shame. This is the coaching staff. And, not only Tom Quinn, who did a horrible job on special teams. Spagnuolo, the defense is looking horrible. We almost put up 30 points. Mike Sullivan, you had a better job this week. But here's my problem, guys, and I understand that you're working for your resume. But stop Davis Webb inactive. It makes no sense for the future. I know you guys don't care about the future, but we do. So we're going to get into it come the show on Wednesday, and we're going to get into it maybe shows on Sundays as well. Give your comments. Let us know what you think. As much as this game sucked that we lost, I still feel good about it. And I still bleed big blue. Always.